Hello everybody, Slay here. Today I'm going to be taking you guys for a ride on the XF-90. It is a Tier 10 U.S. heavy fighter developed by Lockheed, and man, this thing is a powerhouse. With speeds topping around 1100 to 1110 and 620s and two 500-pound bombs, it is definitely a force to be reckoned with. So let's go ahead and cut right in here and let's talk about this plane for just a minute, and then we'll click the button here. I'm flying right now with 212, or as we call him, Borg. Shout out to you, man. He's a climbmate from OWSS. So right here, you see the optimum altitude is 3,000 meters. This thing is a altitude fighter. It is more comfortable fighting bombers than it is fighting ground attackers, obviously. Has zero maneuverability. 17 seconds to turn 360 degrees. That means you turn about the speed that a slug turns to go back home because he forgot his lunch. Airspeed is 1110. That's top speed. It's only really you're going to hit that when you're in your boost. And man, you have to keep your boost reserved in this plane. Otherwise, you're going to run out of boost real fast, and that sucks. But other than that, gun armament, it's got 620s, like I said. There's similar 20s that are on the XF-5U, and they are beautiful, I tell you. And as for survivability, it's only got 845 hit points, which is roughly about 1/3 of a Russian ground attacker, but it's no slouch. But if another heavy gets parked behind you, I mean, there's not much you're going to do to outmaneuver another heavy. The best thing you can do is either speed up or slow down and pray they don't have their boost. Alright, so again, right into this, going to queue into the battle. Now, Borg here, he agreed to fly with me. Unbeknownst to him, I'm going to be making him YouTube famous. This XF-90, I picked it up about a week ago. Not the best player in it. It's definitely not a plane that will carry your team like a ground attacker, but it is a fun plane to play, especially when everything lines up. It's a velocity fighter. You really want to aim for the targets that are either A, coming head on with you, or B, facing away from you. You don't ever want to try and turn on anything in this plane. You're just going to get kind of embarrassed. And that's why I said you want to reserve boost, because if you reserve your boost, then if somebody does try and turn on you, by the time they turn around, you're already just a dust in the wind. It's such a fast airplane. I would say it keeps up, if not faster, than the Tier 10 HE, the German one, the ME-262. So we should be getting into this game fairly shortly. Probably get put on Road to Rome. I've been getting put on that map every day. It's not so fun. Go ahead and kill flight chat there, and we'll hopefully get into the game here in about 4 seconds. Looking forward to taking this plane out. It's a ×3 weekend, but I play this plane really just for fun. It's nice to take a departure from the turn fighters and the ground attackers and everything out there, and just play something that is literally a missile with a pilot in it. It is so fast, but those 620s are very devastating. As long as you hit your target, you're accurate, you're going to do pretty good work in this plane. Queue's taking a little bit longer today, but that's probably because we're flighted up. That's no big deal. Looks like we're getting into the game now. Got a black screen, as they call it. So, a little bit different of a map here. Northern Bridgehead, cold skies. I like this map too, but I don't like the mountains. Mountains and speed don't go together, and mountains and me definitely don't go together. I like to ram things. Looks like it's me and Borg here versus an F-84B. That is the Tier 9 multi-role American, and it's just me and Borg. So hopefully I can demonstrate here some of the strengths and capabilities of this aircraft. They have a command center, we have a command center. Hopefully my team doesn't dominate too well, and I will be able to show you just the amount of damage you could do when you park yourself behind a bomber. First things first though, with this aircraft, I'm going to go ahead and get down in here. Again, I carry two 500 kilogram bombs, and I will drop them here in the command center. It's not quite large enough to wipe out the main dish, but it's definitely enough to hit these side dishes here. so I can come in here, get some speed, and once bombs are on target, drop both. Pull up. That guy wants to come at me. Looks like I left just a sliver there. If I would have done that on the main dish, yeah, that main dish would have definitely survived. So I'm going to try and help out Borg here. I'm coming way too fast. There's a mountain there that's friendly. Woo. Almost see the dust coming off those hills. So I'm doing what I told you should not be doing in this, but I want to secure this command center as quick as possible. They've got theirs. They're really just waiting for us to cap ours. So I'm coming in, and yeah, not a turn fighter in this thing. They're shooting at me. I'm going to boost out. Borg should be wiping this out soon. And now we're going to get our bomber lines. Here we go. Their bombers are coming in.
Engage them immediately.
Let my flight partner know I'm going straight for the bombers. I'm going to pass through this garrison here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably just come in here, see if I can get some shots on the Spitfire, slow down. Almost took it out, but I don't care about the Spitfire, do I? Really don't. So let's go ahead and engage hyperdrive there. I'm going 1,000. Now I'm going to come around these bombers, and I'm going to line up behind them. You don't ever want to go head in with the bombers, because by the time you turn around, it's just going to be ugly. So here I am, I'm slowing down, and I'm just getting behind these bombers. I'm going to wipe out this whole bomber flight in a couple seconds. So with these cannons, there is 6 of them, so they're enough to do a lot. You put your eyes on your target, and you're just boosting right through. I am literally holding down on my slowing key button here, trying not to ram them. I don't know if I'll be successful with that one. Okay, so now I'm going to break out. I'm just going to do kind of a turn here. I'm going to come right back in on this last bomber. But as you see, I've got a full burst here. Make quick work of them.
The threat to the complex eliminated.
None of their planes went for our bombers. That's their mistake. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of sit up here and wait for the next route. And here they are. They're not showing up in the game yet, but they are on the map, so they're about to be here. There they are, about 600-700 meters below me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass over them. I'm going to try and hang back a little bit further this time. It's not good to always be right with the bombers. This is not a turn fighter. There's no need for that. I've passed them, now I can start turning. Remember that 17-second turn rate? But I'm already hitting the brakes, because again, I'm going to be coming up right behind these guys again. So unfortunately, this is the last bomber flight I'm going to get. We just took the other command center because the bombers were unopposed. Ours were. Look at that. I started way behind these guys. I'm still right behind them. But if you'll look, I saw someone else coming in. I'm going to go ahead and engage hyperdrive. It's the attacker. Looks like he's mad that I'm killing his bombers. Rightfully so. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to try and put some bullets into this attacker here. And then I'm going to turn around and get on the attacker that's following me. I don't know what I was shooting at there. But I've still got an attacker that wants some. Not this guy, obviously, but this guy here.
We have complete control of
now
the
it's
sky.
superiority.
Way to go.
That's what happens when you kill bombers and bombers don't get attacked. So as I said, velocity fighter. This attacker put his tail to me. That's the worst thing you can do versus this plane. This plane is not quick enough where you're going to get away from him. And it's just got enough firepower to where he's going to wipe you out. But see, he had to break off. Now he's going and trying to do some other things. Luckily there's another bomber fight coming, but I'm going to see if I can get in on this attacker real quick. There goes the attacker. That last attacker is pretty pissed off that I hit him so bad. This one's coming almost right for me. Not quite. I'm hurting bad. That attacker hurts. Holy moly. So I'm going to spend the last minutes of my life probably... Oh, that attacker got killed, but I'm on fire. Not fun, not fun. I don't want this TA-183 to come in behind me, so I'm going to go ahead and get on him. He's dead. That's why you don't want to go head on with this aircraft. This aircraft will wipe you out every time. I'm missing a motor. Flame out. Help me out, Goose. That's okay. So according to the game, you know, my score is not as important because, yeah, I'm killing bombers. But in my opinion, this is exactly where a bomber or a heavy fighter should be. You should be up here with the bombers.
Way to go!
Just wipe them
Victory
out
is close.
if your time permits. It's a poor enemy on the enemy team. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to do a quick video. Show you guys the capabilities of this fighter. I've got one here. I'm gonna ram him. See, as I mentioned in a couple other videos, I really like to ram things. I don't know why. Whether it's a mountain, a building, inanimate objects, big flying B-17 flying fortresses, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna ram it. But we took out most of those bomber flight there. Looks like I have some enemies loitering around my spawn here. That's silly of them. So I'm gonna come in here and just do some dogfighting. The game's almost over. That one's facing away from me, but look at that. I came in and I almost wiped him out in one pass. Unfortunately, oh, still facing away from me. Ah, just can't get him. That sucks. Try and slow down, get behind him again.
There's a heavy storm here.
Heavy storm here. Got him.
Return into base.
Try to squall. I've got a ton of boost. Someone is on my tail. He just got wiped out, thank God. Got another bomber flight coming. I'm going to push away from everything and just go straight for these bombers. Game's almost over here in one tick, so that was a good game. Again, shout out to Borg. Thank you for helping me demonstrate the capabilities of this aircraft. I ended it with 12,520 score. It's not the greatest game, but it's not bad at all. It looks like their F-84B was being piloted by Aero Titan. Shout out to you, man. Sorry about that. And I just, yeah. So, got exactly what I wanted to hear. I got to show you guys the capabilities of this aircraft in a lesser pilot's hands. I am by no means an ace pilot in a heavy fighter. If you want to see a heavy pilot, that's just amazing to watch. If my friend Sol ever puts out videos, him and that ME-262, he gets ace almost every game I've played with him. He's awesome. But anyways, I just want to show you guys the capabilities of this aircraft, its speed, its firepower, its lack of maneuverability, but it definitely has a place in the battlefield. Because I was able to wipe out those bomber flights that pretty much stopped the enemy team from capping our command center, and we capped their command center, I want to say 2 or 3 times before they even capped ours. So I mean, it's definitely a beautiful aircraft. I recommend going down it. Again, this is the end of the U.S. heavy tech tree, and there's some great planes on the way. You got the F-2H, great plane. XF-5U, great plane. Most people would recommend going in from the Corsair line and then hopping over to the F-7F, because they say skip the P-38 and the 2 P-38, the F and J. I went down the P-38 F and J line myself. It wasn't too bad of a grind. But again, thank you for watching. If this video is helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. Take care.